Yeah, where do you want to lay to do this interview?
I think right here, on this, right here.
Am I in the shot?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, so welcome to Finding Photos, episode 4, I think. I'm doing it a different format because I dislike editing. The traditional Finding Photos format involved a lot of editing of fat, not really creative editing. So what I'm doing now is the new project. It is to, Roxy, come on, girl. Look at this girl, look at her.
Roxy, come on.
Calm down. She's obsessed with her ball. Roxy, oh no. And she gets her dirty ball all over you. It's got like the nasty. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking a photo and printing it. Wow, the ball's in my butt. I'm taking one photo, can you see?
Yeah.
And I'm printing it each day. So one photo, one print each day. And every 7 photos, every week, I'm gonna make, Roxy, you're crazy. Every week I'm gonna make a video of the photos that I've taken. Okay, you ready, Lizette?
All right.
Roxy, please.
Show them what you got, Molly.
Okay, here we go, sister. So gosh, she's hyper. Roxy, look at me.
Roxy, you go away. Go away. Here.
I'm gonna re-record the interview here since it was just too chaotic with Roxy. This image of Roxy, a note from the moment is that she was so sleepy and she crawled off her little love seat couch and sat here in a daze, confused, and managed to not move for like 4 seconds. So I was able to shoot this slow shutter speed. I think I was at 1/40th of a second. And she's a little blurry, but it's really hard to tell. I can't believe she stood still so long. A note about learning, slow shutter speeds really do open up opportunities, infinite opportunities. In this example, it was early morning and there was very little light, and I was able to get a good exposure on her. Note on this image is, it was my birthday, and I felt like I should get a self-portrait. So I did. And I finally got to do one of those trendy ones where like the face is lit up with the background being in shadow, and then the reverse happening on the back of my head where my head is in shadow and the background is lit. A note on learning is the tripod is your friend, and the clean plates were useful in this scenario because there was actually a foreground element that I didn't like. It was a slide to the lower left, and I was able to paint it out by shooting a photo of what was behind the slide, and I just covered up the slide with what was essentially dark fence and some grass that you can't really see because it's so dark. Okay, next image.
Right.
Here we go. This one is the day after my birthday, September 4th, and it is of, who is this, Lizette?
This is me.
This is you. And and my note that I took was, Liz will dance anywhere, anytime. The note I made about my learning was, I finally understand how to take someone's portrait. And I truly learned a lot from taking Lizette's portrait because, you know, I always had a hunch portraits were all about the energy, but they are all about the energy. And I had her, while we were dancing, what songs were we listening to?
We were listening to Dance Monkey and Pizza.
We had like 4 songs that we listened to like 100 times. And then out of like maybe 50 photos, I got the one I wanted, which was the one with the energy that matches my sister. Okay, next picture. This
I hope
is,
it's the...
oh, you're gonna be surprised. You don't even know what's coming. This one is on September 5th, and it is of that woman behind us.
I know, the eyes.
Note about this moment is that Roxy will not stand still some days, and this was one of those days. She was swaying her head back and forth for about 15-20 minutes while I was trying to get this shot of her with the softbox next to her face. I don't know what she smoked that day. It gave her adrenaline, and she could not simply stand still. And this is one shot out of many shots that was even close to being usable. It's not the ideal frame that I wanted. I wanted to perfect the highlight more. There's a lot to learn about highlights, so there's more to learn. All right, next photo. This one is on September 6th. And who is this?
Foofy!
Yeah, this is Foofy. Note here is Foofy thought I was gonna murder him when I took him to the top of this hill on Bailey Hill Road. He was looking at me like I was gonna commit dog slaughter. And when I took him off his harness at the top of this vista here, he sprinted back to the car. It was very surprising to see the little fat guy run so fast for so long. But I caught him and I didn't kill him. Note on learning, again, compositing is your friend. The eagle or vulture or whatever that was up in the air was flying around us, but was not there in that specific moment. I was able to capture a shot of it flying just 5 minutes before this shot was taken of Foofy, and composited the bird into the frame. And compositing is great. It's a tool, just like dodge and burning is. These are little embellishes that can take the image to the next level and actually give it more of a story. I mean, with the bird there, I feel the stories the viewer can produce now are increased dramatically.
All right, Lizette, are you ready for the big surprise?
Yep.
All right, you will not believe this. This is from today, September 8th.
Oh, it's at my school.
Who is that?
That's me.
What? Tell me about. Is that today?
Yeah.
What was today?
I saw you wearing a black shirt.
You saw me? Was it your first day of first grade?
Yeah.
Is that a photo of you in recess?
Yeah.
Felt it was worth it to go potentially get in trouble and shoot a photo of her at recess, and I caught her right on time. Note on learning is there are no rules to photography. This image, I was not able to get close. The original image, completely unusable, but I zoomed in 1,000,000%, and the image looked pretty awful zoomed in that far, so I actually took it into After Effects and gave it a tilt shift focus because I like the plugin there for tilt shifting. Gives very realistic camera blurs. Then I isolated Lizette from the crowd by having her in color, which normally I would say is very cheesy, but it works. It works. Big learning here is if you're gonna do something, do it all the way. So I went ahead and just did a lot of things I would never do, and I did them all the way, and I'm happy with the results.
Did you know it was me?
Yeah.
Say bye.
Bye.
So I actually forgot one photo from September 7th, and it's of Roxy again, and it was shot right here next to this trampoline. I put a white photo backdrop, like 5x7 or something. It wasn't big enough to cover her. Basically, like, we could only get like this much of her, and then she'd be covering up the whole background because she's so big. So her butt is actually from a different take, a shot that was later. And the note I took about this moment was perfect timing on pool removal. You know, there was a pool right here that just got moved that same day. So I like to just kind of put a note in there about that day, just maybe to anchor a memory of, you know, how that day might have felt for me. And yeah, I felt lucky that the pool got removed so we can do that. And a thing I learned technically was that 1/1000th of a second is not always fast enough, because this is at, I think, 1/2000th of a second, and she's still blurry. And I had my flash, bare bold flash, very powerful flash, right above her, and it was at full power, doing a little bit of a backlight thing, getting the background as well. And I was at a f4.0, which was not enough because she's out of focus and had to do a lot of sharpening. But overall, I love the image, and I think the sharpening works in my favor. Kind of feels, has a light box feel. You know, printing photos is really rewarding. It's been my favorite photo project thus far, is to print photos daily. Really pushes you to try something new, and it feels like it carries more weight since it's going to live forever instead of being on a hard drive as a JPEG or a TIFF or whatever. Bye.